Salutations, utopians. Hope all is well in your world, global here. What a night in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals. Got to watch Game 4. Edmonton tied it up, first team to come back down from three goals. Leon Draisaitl was amazing tonight, probably butchered his last name. Uh, Now holds the record for most goals in overtime. He was absolutely clutch. Uh, Bobrovsky, from the goalkeeper for Florida, man, that guy is he's made some amazing stops. He has nothing to be ashamed of. What a warrior! What an inspiring performance tonight from him. Uh, just as Leon was also he also I'm trying to think. There was some other crazy stat like that he had, but the main two things was the fact that now he's the NHL's all-time leader in you know uh, overtime playoffs goals scored, and then also the fact that Edmonton is now the first team to make it back from three goals. Um, Wallman, the goal he made, basically tied it up, and that was truly fascinating in and of itself. Just like, wow, this is really happening. Edmonton is just resilient. The series is tied 2-2. With that being said, I actually wanted to talk about the WNBA and the Seattle Storm. Um, there's been some allegations lodged against them, and I've been quite anxious to, but haven't gotten to it to discuss this matter. Uh, Interesting enough, what brought it back up and resurfaced in the off season. First off, let's begin. Seattle was accused of harboring a hostile work environment. They were lodged against a very uh, talented player in Jewel Lloyd, who went to Notre Dame, was teammates with one-time face of the league at one point, Skylar Diggins, who's come back from retirement and maternity leave. She was out of the league for 2 years. Now she's in Seattle. They thought it would have been a great backcourt duo. They did win the Commissioner's Cup last year together. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was 2021. I'm tripping. I don't know what I was talking about right there. But they thought, this what could go wrong, and after last season, things didn't go right. In the off season, Jewel made some accusations, and then interview resurfaced, not a resurfaced, but an interview surfaced where she explained more in depth before the game they played against each other. Uh, that she just wanted to get out at all costs and couldn't believe that she got traded to a franchise like the Las Vegas Aces, which is kind of crazy because we've seen the tongue lashing that Coach Becky Hammon gave towards Kelsey Plum, that some believe subsequently led to her going to the LA Sparks, where she seems to be thriving. Kelsey, that is. Um, Now, what kind of rehyped the cycle even more after that interview was Lee Rue shortly after made a request. 6'7" pure post scorer Lee Rue made a request to be traded as well. My understanding from many sources, because I'm not a member of the media, let me be very clear that four teams are in the bidding to acquire the rights to Lee Rue, but it's a financial cap situation. There is a big time TV deal being negotiated at the end of the year. A lot of people are on 1 year deals, so I'm not quite sure the intricacies. Speaking of the Sparks and Kelsey Plum, Lee Rue had just left the Sparks, which had a very loaded, talented front line. We're still waiting for Cameron Brink. Lord knows the Sparks need her. Ironically, they could use her right now. Lee Rue. She left them to go or either she left or she got traded to Seattle to, for greener pastures, even though Naneka was there. But Seattle got the second overall pick, and they draft two people. Some people coin the female Wemby and Dominique Malonga from France. I just call her the Space Needle, but she has highlights where she's even dunking the ball with ease. And so Lee Rue has now made another request upon not too far proximity of Jewel Lloyd's public interview, where she doubled down on the discussion. as instead of just turning a new leaf and not rehashing that discussion. First off, they have a great coach in Noelle Quinn, who was drafted in 2007. By 2018, she had retired, but the last 2 years, I believe she won a championship on her last season. Fast forward to 2020, she was a part. She was on the staff with the Seattle Storm team that won a championship. So basically, the COVID ring, and then uh, in 2021, they won the Commissioner's Cup. So now she's adopted the head coaching role. She's been there, I think, as the head coach for 2 years. I want to say 2 or 4 years, but she's definitely come from the soil with it, and she earned her right to be with uh, in the role that she's had now. And she's one of the rare coaches that there was 8 new coaches last year in the W. She was able to maintain her coaching job. There's 12 teams, and I think there was 8 changes to just head coaches alone. Forget assistant coaching staff members. Um, Here's the thing. I think Jewell Loyd, watching her with the Aces, and even before this trade happened, because I would never put my name on something if after the fact. I never liked the idea of Jewell going to the Aces. Um, I think she's in a little bit of denial. I think she's past her prime. Quite frankly, I'm disappointed that they let go Deja Kelly, uh, who looked very promising, had a great showing in preseason. Harmony Turner from Harvard as well. I think they needed some fresh legs. I don't know why they got rid of them. As cold as it's kept, I think Harmony Turner, Deja Kelly right now from Oregon, who transferred by way of North Carolina, is better than Jewell Loyd as we speak. I do think Jewell has, maybe in the right environment, you could salvage her career, even though I do think she's in denial. Her explosiveness is gone. Um, oh, the other thing that, well, let me just finish this train of thought. So, which is where I think she realized, like, this is with a player like, Skylar Diggins, president of player operations, Nneka Ogwumike, who's there, who, mind you, Nneka is top 10 in a lot of categories. They call her the president because she's a charter. So it's kind of hard to believe that a president of players union is witnessing all this nonsense or all these accusations that Jewell is complaining about. There is a player last week that did say that a member of the Seattle Storm's coaching staff cursed at them. So I will say, obviously there might be some smoke where there's fire, but ultimately at the end of the day, I think Jewell's soft nature, soft-spoken nature, type B personality nature, just isn't a match. I don't know why they thought Becky Hammon was going to be a better match. But I think maybe if she was somewhere like Dallas with Paige, being able to initiate her, this was my concern for Paige when she came to the W, going to Dallas. That roster construction with Erica Ogwumike, who's a high volume shooter, high energy player. Jewell at this stage in her career is more of a catch and shoot capacity. The problem is, and with the Aces, you got Chelsea Gray, who's kind of up there in years, so as the lead ball handler. So, and they already don't have the ideal fit still. They're still looking for that ideal fit next to Asia. You see a couple musical chairs on different people. Last year, Tip Hayes, who's now with the Valkyries, kind of salvaged their year because they needed a spark plug, but they didn't find another replacement, and Tiff went off to the Bay to go help the Valkyries debut their expansion year. With respect to Lee Uru, again, I think with her, she used it as an opportunity to escape the shackles of being in Seattle's loaded depth chart, because realistically, why would Lee get minutes over Malunga or Nneka or Gabby Williams, who's probably the most versatile and sports a style of game that could possibly land herself an MVP trophy one day. Gabby's the one who, when the game was the game was decided between USA and I forget what country she was. I want to say France. She made a game winner, but her foot was on the line, so it ended up she could have tied the game, but tie or take the lead, but her foot was on the line, so they counted it as a two. And so you're looking at it and you're like, whoa, where are you going to get minutes? Other thing I noticed, this is dating back to the LA Sparks time. uh, Lee has a bad habit of only playing like a main character, and the Chinese national team expressed this earlier when she, upon making the news. One of the things that was explained was they thought she would have got more playing time because she bypassed playing in the off season in China overseas to get ready for this year. And when she's on the court, it shows. She occupies the paint. She wants to be a first option. She tries to play like a first option, and it can oftentimes cause problems in spacing. You don't see her playing much as a decoy. The minutes that she's in there, she's trying to assert herself to get her minutes. She's a very talented, gifted low post scorer, amazing footwork, but at 6'7", she wants to be the center of attention, no pun intended, and her game reflects it. Long story short, and this is the thing, there's only so many roster spots in the W. There's only so many teams. So her desire to want to get out of Seattle, okay, fine, understandable, but how many teams actually have a spot for her? That's going to be the question. Very talented player offensively. I'm not quite sure what she is defensively. I don't see enough big plays from her on defense. She has no problem mixing it up, getting physical. But as far as just actual anchoring the paint, nothing really sticks out to me. She's really mostly known for her scoring prowess in the paint, athletically, and I think she can knock down a 12, 13, 14 footer. But I know there's all these isolated incidents that point to, is Seattle a bad place? Do they harbor it? Maybe it's a little bit uncomfortable, toxic environment in terms of if you're not playing to the skill set and the necessary level, then understandable. Remember, Skylar's a Notre Dame alum. Hannah Hidalgo stayed when Olivia Miles elected to leave. She's also more of a soft-spoken, reserved nature type of personality, temperament, individual. And so when you look at that pipeline and the connection, Tyler's very active. You don't necessarily see as much from Jewel. I just think that it's just certain type of dog, type of animal you gotta be to be in Seattle. Do I think Noelle's on the hot seat? Absolutely. I think if Quinn doesn't get it right this year, if they don't make a deep run, she could definitely be next. They had a great rookie class. They pretty much cut all their rookies for except Malunga. They had Sundell. They had Maddie, one of the twins, I want to say. They had some talent. No. They had Haley Van Lift's teammate at TCU, who I thought was really nice. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they don't have. These are two players who are disgruntled for different reasons, and I think I don't necessarily agree with or see what these two players are seeing. Two disgruntled players with their role. I don't think Seattle's doing anything wrong. I think maybe could you watch how you talk, maybe, but like ultimately at the end of the day, Seattle's doing what they're supposed to do. The sky's the limit for them when they put Naneka, Gabby Williams, Malunga all out at the same time with the season that Erica Wheeler's having and Skylar Diggins. My oh my, the sky is the limit, literally. And you might see them in the WNBA Finals this year. Don't sleep on them. They are very problematic. They're very scary. They got amazing length, amazing athleticism. They have versatility, interchangeability. I'm watching Malinga. Her on-ball defense on guards, on pick and rolls is amazing. She did a great job against Asia. She gives Asia trouble all the time. And she's the type of X factor that can give Jonquel Jones, who's out right now, problems. I think people are sleeping on Seattle as my third team as far as dark horse, because obviously the talk right now is the Liberty and we'll say the Liberty and Minnesota with Nafisa Collier, Bridget Carlton. It could be. You could say Minnesota, because Nafisa's going to get MVP, but When Seattle puts that three lineup out, Malunga, Naneka, and Gabby, with Erica Wheeler and Skylar Diggins' explosiveness and feistiness, it just becomes a whole different type of monster. And we're just watching Malunga's minutes increase. She went on an 8-point tangent the last time they played against the Aces in that big time meeting I was alluding to earlier between Jewel Lloyd and Skylar. So it's very interesting to watch. I think Seattle's the team everyone needs to watch out for as a third option in a year where it looks clearly obvious between Minnesota and Breanna Stewart's Liberty, the two head of unrivaled, ironically, but don't sleep as the dark horse Seattle Storm, who could come sweeping and blow some things up. And Phoenix. I like a lot what they're doing. Satu Sabali is one of the most explosive, dynamic scorers in the dub right now. I hope this video was informative, Utopians. I'll try to do better next time. Global out.